All right, let's go. Take two. Welcome back to the 10 Lions podcast. I'm your boy, Jelani Lion. This is episode 57. In this episode, we will be discussing Lil Yachty's Backlash, Drake spiraling, the age of consent, Tyler Flops, and Beyonce appropriation, and more. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you won't miss a single thing. Also, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Introducing this is 10 Lions podcast remote. Doing a solo podcast in order to create, um, grow, stack up episodes and content and all that and topics and whatnot. So this is how we rocking. This is how we doing it. Hopefully, for the people that are watching, will be watching in the future, y'all can hear me clearly and whatnot. But yeah, I think this might be a new trick in the bag. But let's get straight to it. First topic is Lil Yachty's Backlash. So let's run the clip. Run it. Let's see. Let's rock out like that. Bow and then go to that. Oh, that.
Wait for it. Wait for it. I TS you, I'm finna wait for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I'm in George Floyd. I mean, tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. All this got up on my neck, it's our sunshine. Wait for it. Wait for it. I TS you, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. So I guess it is. I guess the backlash is Lil Yachty referencing name dropping George Floyd in his lyric, put my knee up on her back. No, put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. Not only is that a dumb bar, it's hella insensitive, hella disrespectful, hella tone deaf. And I think since this clip has dropped, Yachty has issued an apology, maybe, I think. Um, but it's still like you've been rapping, you've been on top, you've been on the game in the game for over 10 years now. You knew what you was doing. Like you knew this was the wrong move. And this is like, unless it's like an old track, it don't matter what the reason is, honestly, because that happened in 2020. It's 2025 now. To go back to that just to say some dumb and disrespectful is dumb and disrespectful. But let's check out the comments. First girl said, not only was it insensitive, the bar was lame. That's a fact. Second comment says, what's wrong with y'all? Who approved of this? Only one that could have approved of this is Yachty himself. Someone said this is the corny button. Someone said, if we don't respect us, they won't respect us. Preach, talk about it. Yeah, I don't know what made him think. I don't know what made Yachty think. Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd was gonna be a good bar, receive good. What's the word? A good feedback, good applause, whatever you like. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't seem smart at all. And I think I want to say, yep, this is Terrence Floyd speaks out following Lil Yachty's controversial George Floyd lyric. It's really inconsiderate. You should think about what you're writing. Terrence Floyd is George Floyd's brother. He says, I believe it's inconsiderate. Sometimes this generation doesn't pay attention to what they say. They just want to make a song and just get on the charts and really feel like the people listening will accept it because of who he is. It's really inconsiderate. You should think about what you're writing. It may make sense to you, but think about the impact to others. People are sending the clip to me. I want the line changed. Let my brother rest in peace. It disturbs the family's peace. There has to be a better message behind any mention of George Floyd's name so his legacy can live on beyond the Chauvin. What Chauvin did to him. All right, we could. All right, but yeah, that is a super fact. That Yachty bar was trash. Let me see the comments under that. Let me see the comments under that. What they saying in the comments? They are saying, I mean, I never got in a car and said put on Yachty. Is too funny. It's too funny. Someone else said, and the song trash, which makes it that much worse too. Yeah, I mean, even if the song was good, it still wouldn't hit like that. That line, that bar would be ridiculous. Someone said, I'm not a super sensitive person, but that was a really wild lyric. Absolutely, 100%. Someone says shit was super lame. Guys already be on the fence about you, gang. Yeah. That is a fact. Y'all gotta do better with that. Absolutely gotta do better with that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments as far as Yachty's George Floyd bar. Did he go too far? Do you think that people are overreacting? Y'all let me know in the comments. But back to it. Let's see what we got next. What's our next topic? Our next topic is Drake spiraling. We got a spiraling Aubrey Drake Graham. Let's see what we got. We got a clip of this for this one. Where is my clip at? Drizzy Drake Graham. Now I got a couple clips. I got a couple clips for Drake, so I don't even know which one to go with first. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. All right. Let's switch up how we're staging it. I gotta remove that and change stop screen, share screen. All right. And then we are sharing. Yep. Sharing TikTok.
This is nasty. Drake and his legal team are requesting some outlandish things from Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar's personal business. Bro, I can't believe what the fuck I'm reading in these documents, gang. I'm over this lawsuit. I'm completely over this lawsuit, bro. Let's read some of the documentation that Drake and his legal team is requesting. From January 1st, 2014 to present, all documents and communications relating to allegations of domestic violence, violence against women, and or other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Document request number 51, from January 1st, 2019 to the present, all documents and communications relating to David Isaac Friley, aka Dave Free, and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's children. Mr. I planted the evidence. Mr. I fed you the information. Mr. Everything I said here is all facts. Is asking UMG and Kendrick Lamar to provide proof or disproof of any alleged domestic violence that may have taken place involving Kendrick Lamar. Mr. Drizzy Drake and his legal team are requesting any communications and relations that prove or disprove any relations between Dave Friley, and Kendrick Lamar's children. This is nasty. Y'all keep saying this is about UMG. This has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar. This nigga is a fucking dweeb, bro. He is a dweeb. Everything I'm reading, y'all want me to talk about the lawsuit. Bro, why you don't talk about Kojo? I don't give a fuck about Kojo. You don't care about Kojo. This nigga's a fucking dweeb. I've never in my life seen somebody lose a fight. I never seen somebody lose in a business transaction. I seen people go broke trading stock. I seen people get their packs stolen on the block. And I never seen nobody react like this before. This is nasty work, bro. This is nasty work. Fuck all the professionalism and bro, this nigga's a dweeb, bro. This nigga's a dweeb. What are you even doing at this point? What's your end goal here? What happens? You lost the battle. All them stadiums was packed up and sold out. Everybody was singing the songs. The Super Bowl happened. I don't give you. Y'all could talk botch. Y'all could talk inflating. Y'all could talk whatever y'all want. The fact will remain. The Grammys was won. It all happened, gang. It all happened, bro. What do y'all niggas want at this point? What do y'all want? It's over. It's over.
Yo, the funniest part about that is bro is that ass tight. Bro is really look at bro. Bro is mad. Bro is mad as hell. Look like somebody like that's his man's making these moves and whatnot. But basically it sounds like Drake is looking for like is anteing up on the lawsuit or whatever, like the requesting I don't know, them to look into the domestic violence claims and whatnot. And also, I seen that they were looking into. I think he might have mentioned it that they were looking into paternity tests. Like Drake wants Kendrick to do a paternity test for his kids, which is so wild. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. And he's gearing up to drop an album, Iceman album. I don't know. It's given that he's gonna do his worst sales because he's moving so haphazardly and just like the guy said, like a dweeb. How are you? I don't know, man. As a big Drake fan in my day, this is like he said, nasty work. The comments is saying, let's get Not Like Us back to number one. Another comment says Nicki calling the FBI and Drake suing is insane. Another comment says Drake is obsessed with Drake. Like, yeah, it's seeming like that. They said it's not one of the comments, but I keep seeing in different posts that the actor that we once knew is paranoid and spiraling and whatnot. I think that's I might not have quoted that like word for word, but it's one of the Kendrick bars. Like mad of Kendrick's bars from the beef have come to fruition a year later, and it's just like it's a sad watch. Another comment said UMG should request those Millie Bobby Brown texts. Yo, man, leave her out of this, man. I just seen that she's adopted a child, she married and whatnot. Just leave her out of it. And she's 21 at this point. It's like leave that girl out of this. Another comment said, but I thought the lawsuit wasn't about Kendrick. That's a good point. I thought the lawsuit was about UMG. What are we talking about? Another comment says Young Money done hit rock bottom, the bedrock, if you will. That's a bar. That's a double entendre. But yeah, it's looking bad for Nicki. Nicki's going crazy on Twitter. I guess Wayne's on tour, but his tour looks kind of crazy because he's like pushing 50. And then Drake is just continuously looking crazy, continuously like on lives with these streamers that are like 20 and he's pushing 40. He continuously falls into Kendrick's hand as far as like the bars that he's spitting in during the beef, and now you're just acting it out, whether you're acting zesty in your Instagram stories or you are acting like you have an identity crisis or acting like you're obsessed. It's just like sad to see. Someone said I'll never respect Drake after this, man. Yeah, people are disappointed. Like your fans are disappointed. You are disappointing your fans. And I don't know. I don't foresee Drake stopping with this goofy behavior. I mean, eventually it's got to end. You know what I mean? Like eventually he's got to. But I don't know. I don't foresee this Iceman album being like good. I definitely don't foresee it being like a top album. It might be like an okay album. But if he's going like the London route, like I don't want that. London might want that, but I don't want that. Like especially after this beef, like I want to hear you rapping, hear you make some bangers, hear you not like say something, like go away from this Kendrick stuff because it's not even a good look. And if he responds back at some point, Not gonna be a good look. But shit, let's keep it going. What else? What else? What else? What else? What's the next topic? The next topic is, I guess we'll do the age of consent topic. Let's see what's up with it. All right. Age of consent. It's this girl. Wait, what? Now this. Okay. You gonna play? Well, I don't want to hear you. Oh, wait a minute.
Years old. Let me say that again. They are trying to change the age of adulthood to 18 years old to 14.
Wait.
We can have a whole debate whether or not 18 should still be
Run it back.
They're trying to change the age of adulthood from 18 years old to 14 years old. Let me say that again. They are trying to change the age of adulthood to 18 years old to 14-year-old. We can have a whole debate whether or not 18 should still be considered an adult, considering their frontal lobe has not even developed. But 18 to 14, and to pretend like this is under the illusion of public safety because there are so many 14-year-olds just running rampant within our community, causing violence, and they should be charged as adults, is bonkers in itself. I'm sorry, there should never be a blanket change of adulthood from 18-year-olds to 14-year-olds to charge them as adults for crimes that they may commit. We're talking about people who barely have the right to work in this country, let alone drive in this country, but they should be charged as adults. But really the reason why they're doing this is to enable for people who want to harm children to not be charged for the crimes that they commit against those children. They want to be able to have 14-year-olds marry older men. They also want to enable for people who might essay those young girls to not be held accountable as sexual predators, especially in the age where we are finally seeing that there are more 30 and 40-year-olds having children than teenagers. Teen pregnancy is finally decreasing. And for many people who don't know, the vast majority of teen pregnancy happens between a child and an adult. A child being the young lady, and the adult being the incredibly disgusting older man. This is not about public safety. This is about taking the agent.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like this woman said, I guess I don't know if they're doing it in Congress or like on a federal level, but they're trying to lower the age of consent to 14. I think this is directly correlated with Trump in the whole Epstein files thing or case and whatnot. So it's nasty work because like if they were to lower the age of consent, here's how I see it. If they're able to lower the age of consent, then like this. If they're able to lower the age of consent, then to 14, anyone above 14 or above or whatever, if Trump had to do with in the Epstein island and all that stuff or whatever, all that would be like nullified if they're able. That's how I see that going. If they're able to lower the age of consent to that to 14, it's like a get out of jail free card, if you will, or whatever. That's where I see that. Like I can't think of another reason why they would be doing that. Like they say on the surface level that it's to that 14, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17, 18-year-olds need to be charged like adults or whatever for the crimes they commit. I'm like, even that sounds crazy. Like it's not a whole teenager. But yeah, the first comment said Trump passing everything but away. That's a fact. They said a legal adult needs to be changed to 21. That makes sense because that's when you're able to drink. 14 is a child, absolutely. Needs to change to 25. A little extreme, but it's better than younger. Another comment said 18 is already young enough. What the hell? Another comment said 14 is wild. Another comment said 14 is barely a teen. That's horrifying. That's a fact. That's actually a fact. That's actually a fact. That's actually crazy. 14 is like you're like you just turned a teenager. Like so, there's like this is a crazy conversation in itself. And then someone said let's push the age of consent up to 21. Then, yeah, I don't. Oh man, it's a wild world we're living in, and a wild time we're living in. Well, hopefully it doesn't pass. Hopefully the things that need to happen in this country happen for the country to progress and grow in a positive direction. Looks like I'm frozen. All right, I'm good. But yeah, it is absolutely crazy out here. Let's keep the topics going. Hopefully that works itself out and everything that needs to be come to light comes to light. The next topic we got is Tyler flops. All right, let's see about Tyler flops. Am I frozen again? Probably. All right, let's see about Tyler flops. Then that was the third topic. Yeah, that was the third topic. Let's go. On to the fourth topic. Tyler flops. I don't know if I got this on TikTok or Instagram though. Ugh. All right. Let's see. Tyler. Not seeing Tyler on here. All right. I'm not seeing Tyler in there. Let's see about in here. Oh, that's not it. Favorites. Maybe I'll stop at 3. Actually, you know what? I might just do the Beyonce appropriation because I know that's here. I'm kind of over being I'm over Tyler. I like that too. It's kind of dumb. Let's go. Let's swap Beyonce. Pretty sure this is it. All right, let's try. Let's see about the Beyonce appropriation. Let's see what they talking about. Ooh, hold up. Gotta share the screen. Share screen. Channel. Which one is it? Oh, it's this one. All right. So let's run that back. Let's run it back.
Now, I presume, Ernest, you would share my view that this is a disgraceful, culturally appropriating moment where she is hijacking Marilyn Monroe in a disgraceful manner. In fact, borderline racist and possibly akin to the Nazis. Would you agree?
You actually don't know anything about cultural appropriation, Pierce. You're just hijacking words like woke, misusing them with your political bias, and trying to spin it into something that's not. Can
you answer the question?
Cultural appropriation? You're wrong. Period.
Are you offended by Beyonce culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe? Yes or no?
It's not culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe did not invent blonde.
Interesting.
Did she invent blonde?
She's looking like Marilyn Monroe for a reason.
Can I jump in? Is this a traditional black?
No, hang on, Mike. I want to bring in Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson, what is amazing to me? But hang on, let me. Now, I presume, Ernest, you would share my view that this is bring in Andrew. What's amazing to me, Sydney Sweeney, a hot white blonde in jeans, saying good jeans, disgraceful, world end, she's a Nazi, white supremacist.
You said
Beyonce culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe, absolutely fine, in fact, empowering. Andrew Wilson.
Yeah, this entire scandal is completely pushed by the left. What you guys should have done is just shut up. Should have just shut up. You shouldn't have said anything about it. This whole play on jeans, it was just a clever piece of wordplay. That's it. Worked out real well. And what you did by all your Twitter accounts going crazy with this is you sold all of these jeans out for this company, right? Made this chick tons of money, gave the right huge amounts of ammunition to use on you, where we just point and laugh because it's the dumbest controversy I've ever seen, and it's all of it.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So they're basically saying that Beyonce is culturally appropriating Marilyn Monroe because of her hairstyle in this I don't even know, like this Levi jeans ad, and they're comparing it to Sydney Sweeney, who's a white, blonde, blue eyes, and was saying she has the best jeans, like GENES. Let's see what the comments say. Are the comments even on? I'm not seeing no comments. Yeah, this is nuts. Can't get to the comments, but ultimately this is freaking nuts because like the guy said, Marilyn Monroe didn't invent the blonde hairstyle, and even if she did, like, I'm pretty sure you can't culturally appropriate a person. Like I'm so surprised Piers Morgan is pushing this narrative and this point, because I mean, like, obviously he wouldn't be the first white man to not care that he lose like his black demographic, if he even has one. But yeah, that's definitely the illest way to have people turn against you, because you're reaching. It's a bad reach, and what's your, like, you're really standing on the fact that you feel offended that Beyonce has blonde hair? similar to Marilyn Monroe, like you have blonde hair, or like Marilyn Monroe is your relative, or whatever the hell. Like, this is so dumb. Damn, I wish I could see the comments. I know they would be going crazy about this stupid like attempt at a like roast or reach or angle or whatever. I don't know. I saw something on TikTok. They were like, white people cannot let black people live. Like, it's just like, it's a blonde hairstyle. It's not like she dressed up like Marilyn Monroe. Not like she gave herself a what is it, a beauty mark or whatever. And even if she did, like that's not even what Sydney Sweeney did. Like, you're comparing it to Sydney Sweeney, and that's Sydney Sweeney didn't dress up like Beyonce or like some black woman or whatever. Like, it's so weird, so bizarre. Like, people like this will always find some type of weird angle to take to have just to like push either negativity or put black people in their place, or just whatever weird vibe they're on. Well, we hit the 30-minute mark. This is, and I honestly use topics that I didn't get to in episode 56 for this trial. It was more than a trial. It was a real test run, solo podcast. So hopefully it went well. Hopefully I did my thing. Hopefully the sound was okay. If not, I might be able to fix that up in the clips and whatnot. But for those of you who saw this while it was live, and for those of you who see this in the future, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me, and we're just gonna keep going and keep growing. Until next time, Till Lines Podcast.